because I've been doing this stuff. It's putting me about 30 minutes behind every morning. Mental health. Jesus. All right, that's jumping right into it. I just was thinking about it this morning, kind of dragging ass, thinking about like the struggles of. Obviously, people are going to be able to read into this, but I think it applies to a lot of people. And yeah, if you know me, probably like some ulterior, not motives, but truths, I suppose. But this, I don't want to say struggle, but why do we pretend to be okay? Stories to come. Like, so holidays are coming up, and I think they're the time of, and I guess my asterisk or my disclaimer with all of this is, sorry, it's pretty bright. Trying to be safe here while I do this bull crap. This is under the assumption or pretense that everything comes from, at least for me and people in my circle and my family and my friends in my life, comes from a place of sincerity. All this is under that auspice, not a place of malice or two-facedness. It's kind of my disclaimer. But why do people often fake okay? Like, and does it have an effect on mental health? And if so, what is it? And with the holidays coming up, I think that's a prime time of people faking to be okay. Or there's at least the conditions exist to fake to be okay. And I know, again, disclaimer, for me, when I do it, like I said it to my mom the other day, I said something like, I gotta really put on a face or a facade during the holidays, and that's not and for me, it's not, like I said, it's not it doesn't mean it's fake, but it's a kind of a conscious effort, so I think over the holidays, I hope I'm not the only one, it's that people are pressured to appear okay, because for me, like, sometimes this might be the first time you've seen, or the only time you see close loved ones every year or every 2 years. So it's just kind of like, you're like, just put on the happy face and just get through it. When in reality, these are the people this goes, and it's always, this way in life. Like, you can put on a facade when you go to the gas station or get gas or are dealing with, like, the cable repairman or whatever. Oh God, I love coffee so much. But then when you get home, the people you care about more, or that are, more important to your life, not that you wish the cable repairman harm, those are the ones we can put down the facade. Yet ironically, what comes with that is you might not necessarily treat them bad, but if you have a bad mood, the cable repairman comes over, you can put on the facade. You're not, again, all this is under the disclaimer of you're not a sociopath. But the cable repairman comes over and you put on a facade, you're polite and jovial and blah, 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 cheery. They leave and blah. And then you can be, obviously people are probably reading this and know me like, this is what Jeff does. He leaves and you put, you're like, the facade drops, you're like, oh, fuck, me, myself. Then your loved one gets home and you put on the cable repairman facade? No, sadly. We've all seen it and done it, do it. And then holidays coming up, it's tenfold. The expectation, I don't know, the societal polite thing to do is put on the cable repairman thing. At least this is all my thoughts, because my sister actually messaged me and she's pretty awesome. She goes something like, we love you. If you want to be a whiny little bitch, be a whiny little bitch. It was something along those lines. It was sisterly love. So like, there's the societal expectations, you know, that what that contribute to this facade, including like, I don't know, cultural norms. And I wouldn't necessarily say cultural norms discourage vulnerability. I guess that's situation dependent, and dependent on the family you have and you know, the people in your life. But it's I don't have the answer. Typically, when people make these videos, they have a hook, the story in the middle, and then some sort of conclusion at the end. And I don't got the answer. I desperately want it because you love these people. So it's like if you're a good person, you want to be sincere. But obviously, this is a little self-reflective. If you are not doing well, insert asterisks here. I'm safe. I'm not in a bad headspace. Some vets are, well, I'm in a bad headspace, but some vets particularly go to and make irreversible decisions, to be clear. YouTube doesn't like certain words, but I'm okay there. But so you want to be like the super sincere with the ones you love, because you care about them. So that's you're situationally invited to be like, that should be the one place you are safe to be you. But yet, ironically, because you care about them, you're like, I kind of don't want to go to X event or this holiday scenario and just be an honest, miserable shit. So it's this weird duality. Not even duality. Dichotomy of emotional conundrums in existence, and other big words that are too hard to extrapolate this early in the morning. Here we are at the gym. So yeah, it's I don't know. Facades are good. There's a place for them in civil society, but there's also not a place for them amongst families. But I argue the reason for facades, the cable repairman scenario, there's a place and a reason for them. And if anybody deserves them, our loved ones do. Yet, those are also the people you should be the most honest with. Yet, depending on where you are in your shit, that could be the most exhausting, miserable scenario ever. So yeah, it's I guess I don't know the answer. I want to encourage people to be honest about their emotions. Like, I know Betty's amazing. Like, we're really good at this, to pat us on the back. If one of us have had a day, normally I'm the whiny little bitch that's had the day. It's pretty much all the time. We're really good at like saying straight up, like almost like a business transaction. Like if she gets home or I get home or whatever, or even we'll text before we see each other after work or whatever the day, however it's concluding, and be like she's kind of sick or not feeling well, and she texted me. She's like, hey, if I come off, like, on her way home from work, she texted me basically saying, hey, if I come off, it's not us, it's not you, I'm just not feeling well. And that's kind of our agreed upon thing. Like, I'll say this. It's actually, for me, almost a standing order, because I'm always in a bad headspace. But I do the same thing back to her, like, hey, you come home and I'm in a mood, it's not you, it's me. I'm just, anything, whatever X, Y, and Z has nothing to do with you, but it's affecting my outwardly appearance. And so we really appreciate that. It doesn't fix the problem, but it at least mitigates and creates an awareness of what the problem is, and a comfort in knowing that it's not the receiving party. So yeah, I don't know. It's morning gym depth. Too deep for this word early, but share your experiences in the comments, and tell me your thoughts, or chat away. I'm definitely curious people's perspective on this. So, please subscribe. All the usual gross YouTube stuff you say at the end of the movie. Like, subscribe. Even just hitting that like button helps beat this fucking algorithm. So I appreciate it, and thanks for joining me.